It's 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. We will reconvene in open session this regular meeting of the Waco ISD Board of Trustees. We've been in closed session in accordance with sections 551.071 and 551.074 of the Texas Government Code, and no action was taken. Welcome. Once again, we appreciate your interest and support in the Waco Public Schools. We couldn't do what we do without the support of community, and parents, and of course the students. So thank you all for being here tonight. And as I read each month, I would remind you once again, the board's purpose is to set goals, listen to reports of the superintendent, approve budgets, contracts, and personnel appointments, and to make policy for the district. We are not here to make management decisions or to solve problems of individuals, as management is the responsibility of the superintendent and her staff. We don't have a huge crowd tonight, but if you have a cell phone or other electronic device, if you would silence it at this time, that would be appreciated. And at this time, we'd ask that you join us as we pause for a moment of silence for prayer, contemplation, reflection, or meditation. Thank you. We're going to go out of order briefly and jump down to announcements unless there's an objection from the dais. We will do some of the announcements now. Mr. DeBeer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would you like to start with the pledge?
I pulled it out of order too early, didn't I? Let's go to item 6, which is the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll do the announcements. Thank you.
Tonight, we're pleased to have 2 students from G.W. Carver Middle School to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please welcome Ashara Thibodeau and Melissa Salazar. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, students. Dr. Rowe, members of the board, if you would join us in front of the dais for some special announcements this evening. We'd like to begin these announcements by telling you a little bit more about the pledge leaders from G.W. Carver Middle School that you just met. Ashara Thibodeau is an 8th grader at Carver and says math is her favorite subject. She enjoys participating in all sports, including volleyball, basketball, track, and softball. When she grows up, Ashara wants to become a professional athlete. Ashara's teacher, Mrs. Townsend, said she is hardworking, determined, self-disciplined, and a leader for all of the Carver students. Ashara's parents, Azuria and Anthony Thibodeau, have accompanied her here tonight. Would you please stand so that we can recognize you as well, and thank you for sharing your daughter with us? Melissa Salazar is also an 8th grader at Carver and says that her favorite subject is math. Melissa likes to hang out with friends and attend church. When she grows up, Melissa wants to work in an office as an administrative assistant. Melissa's teacher, Valerie Stanford, says she is kind, passionate, driven, focused, and hardworking. She always gives 100% regardless of what she is working on. She always does the right thing, especially when no one is watching. Melissa is definitely a go-getter, and it shows in everything that she does. Melissa's parents, Margarita Ceballos and Apolinar Salazar, have joined her here this morning. Would you stand so that we can recognize you as well? And thank you for sharing Melissa with us. We also want to say thank you to our Adopt-a-School partner, Barnes & Noble, for donating the gift cards that our pledge leaders are receiving tonight. In February, students from 10 elementary campuses participated in the Region 12 Texas Elementary Art Meet, or TEAM. This is the first year that Waco ISD has entered the TEAM event. Students entered a total of 41 pieces of art in the meet and came away with 30 Level 3 exemplary gold medals, 6 Level 2 gold ribbons of achievement, and 1 Level 1 growing ribbon of achievement. The group of students that I'm excited to introduce to you tonight came away with the designation of top team, which would be the equivalent of advancing to state if there was a state team meet held. As the students are announced, you're going to be in for the treat of seeing their artwork displayed on the screen as well. But first up, please welcome Tasia Latchison, a 5th grader from Dean Highland. Her entry was titled Migration Life. Tasia's art teacher at Dean Highland is Maria Jackson. Next up, please welcome a 2nd grader from Hillcrest PDS, Lonica Adego, with her entry, Warm October. Sophia Jones is a 3rd grader at Hillcrest, and her piece is titled Frosty's Debut. Lonica and Sophia's art teacher is Sarah Weatherly, and she was unable to join us this evening because she's hosting Hillcrest's very special Artists Market tonight. And finally, from our team event, we'd like to introduce Brelon Dominguez, a kindergartner from Parkdale, with his piece, Brown and White Horse. Brelon's art teacher is Ashley Webb. If you're a family member of one of our incredible artists, would you please stand so that we can recognize you as well? Larry Carpenter, our Director of Fine Arts, said that this team accomplishment is one more step on Waco ISD's climb to be a Texas Art Education Association Visual Arts District of Distinction. We want to thank Mr. Carpenter for his leadership and his support of these students as well. On March 1st, area school districts including Gatesville, Robinson, Connolly, China Spring, Lorena, and Waco ISD joined together for the Sodexo Future Chefs Cooking Challenge. Elementary students from these districts used their creativity and culinary skills to create original, fiesta-fit Mexican-inspired recipes. A total of 14 students from Cedar Ridge, Kendrick Elementary, Bells Hill, and Lake Air Montessori entered the competition held at University High School. And tonight, we'd like to recognize the 5 students who received awards at the event. As the students are recognized, we'll also be sharing some photos of them working in the kitchen and at their presentation tables, so you can almost taste when you see these great visuals how good the recipes were. We'd like to start by introducing you to Amaria Butler from Cedar Ridge, who prepared beef fajitas and earned the award for Best Interaction with Judges. And I want to be sure and note, as they show you her table presentation, that she's a 2-time winner. She also won last year in the Future Chef contest. Up next, we have Colin Patrick Chapman from Kendrick, who made ensalada vaquero and was honored for most bonus ingredients, a very competitive category. Carlos Perez, also from Kendrick, prepared ensalada col. Carlos won the award for Made from Scratch. Isabella Ramos from Lake Air made salsa salmon and won for Best Plate Presentation. I think when you see her table, you can see why that won Best Plate. And finally, I'd like to introduce you to Adrina Marie Zuniga from Bells Hill, who prepared quesadillas and won the award for Most Innovative. Joining the students this evening, we have Chef Julia Pennington of Sodexo and Waco ISD's Child Nutrition Services. Chef Julia does an incredible job, not just to give our kids delicious, nutritious meals every day, but to really provide special experiences that enrich the educational environment for our students. And if you're a family member of one of our future chefs, would you stand too so that we can celebrate you as well tonight? Congratulations again to these culinary rock stars for their great work and for representing Waco ISD so well. So far this evening, we'd recognize students for excellence in the visual arts and culinary arts. We're going to continue recognizing another group of students who found great artistic success, but this time in music, and specifically jazz music. In February, members of the Tennyson Middle School Jazz Band auditioned for the Region 8 Honor Jazz Band in Temple. And tonight, we're pleased to recognize two students who were awarded chairs in the All-Region Honor Jazz Band. Please join me in congratulating Jordan Diaz, who's the first chair for drum set. And Mauricio Rivera, who's the fourth chair trombone. The Tennyson Jazz Band is under the direction of Matt Block and David Johnson. If you're a family member of one of these incredible jazz musicians, would you please stand so we can congratulate you as well? The Michael and Susan Dell Foundation created Dell Scholars to recognize and assist an underserved population, students who are often among the first in their families to attend college. All Dell Scholars have overcome personal challenges in their pursuit of higher education. The financial awards from the foundation help these students with various education expenses, but most importantly, the program is more than just a check. Dell Scholars is a college completion program that provides students with key supports they need to obtain a college degree. That includes personalized, multifaceted support and a financial award of $20,000, a laptop, and textbook credits. Earlier this year, 7 Waco ISD seniors were announced as semifinalists for the Dell Scholars program, and tonight we're thrilled to recognize a graduating senior from University High School who was selected for this prestigious honor as a Dell Scholar. Please join me in congratulating Marisol Palacios. After graduation, Marisol plans to attend Texas A&M University, where she'll study biochemistry. We know an accomplishment like this requires incredible support. So if you're a family member of Marisol's, but also if you're a teacher, a principal of Marisol's, would you please stand so that we can celebrate you and thank you for your support too? Marisol, we're incredibly proud of you, and we just want you to know that no matter where life takes you, you'll always remember, once a Trojan, always a Trojan. The Waco ISD Education Foundation and HEB teamed up 13 years ago to form the HEB Celebrity Cook-Off, benefiting the foundation and its innovative grants program. Last year, the event raised its millionth dollar, and this year, the event held on March 29th raised more than $112,000 for innovative classroom grants. Just like in years past, local celebrities serve as chefs for the evening, providing samples of a favorite appetizer, entree, or dessert. And while guests enjoyed a variety of foods, they were also able to support the fundraising for the foundation through auctions and other opportunities. This year, we had 27 local celebrities or teams step up to put their dishes out on the plate. But we had a special edition this year that we're excited to celebrate tonight, and that's the first-time chef team from University High School. When chefs Rhianna Rourke and Michael Osborne with the University High School Culinary Arts Program were first approached about having their students serve as celebrity chefs, they were immediately on board. And although the students wouldn't actually be able to present at the event, the chefs worked with the students to select menu options that would highlight and teach new skills, as well as showing off the students' talents best. They opted for a trio of dishes that included arancini with sofrito sauce, street corn and carnitas tostados, and passion fruit and hibiscus panna cotta. Up on the screen, you can see their chef table from the event, and you can see why they won. Those are just absolutely beautiful, delicious-looking dishes. With culinary students doing all the work, prep, and creation behind the scenes, our chefs from University High School were there in person to tell their students' story and brag about these great dishes. And what's really exciting is that this culinary team won the Best Entree Award at the competition, as well as the very coveted Top Chef Award for a first-time competitor in the contest. So we're excited to celebrate them tonight and to recognize and introduce to you the students behind those amazing dishes, starting with first Lakeisha Jones O'Neill. Cheyenne Johnson. And Juliana Watson. The UHS culinary program is led by Chef Rhiannon Rourke and Chef Michael Osborne. If you're here tonight supporting one of our student chefs, would you please stand so that we can thank you for your support as well? And now that you've worked up an appetite from all of those great dishes, we're concluding the special announcements portion of the evening's meeting.
All right, congratulations to all our honorees this evening. Audience for guests, no one has signed up, so we'll move on to the consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the consent agenda with the exceptions of items P and Q that the administration asked to have pulled.
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second? All those in, Ms. Perez seconded that. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Consent agenda passes. Any more announcements, Mr. DeBeer? All right.
As you all know well, this is an incredibly exciting and busy time of the year as we move towards graduation, and there are a multitude of events, but there are just a couple coming up that I wanted to highlight. First, I want to say thank you to the Central Texas YMCA, the Junior League, and the Rotary Club of Waco for a very special project that they've been working on this year that will come to a close tomorrow, and that's that they've been delivering personalized books to each first grader and second grader in the district. The books feature the students as a character in the story, not just in name, but also in likeness. And it's really just another way that our community is coming together to support students and try and spark a love of learning and literacy. Tomorrow they'll be making the final delivery of books at Dean Highland Elementary, and we want to say thank you for this very special project. Then this weekend, we have on Saturday the Pre-Kindergarten Fun Fest, which kicks off pre-kindergarten registration for the next school year. It's going to be at 10 a.m. at the former North Waco Elementary School on 2015 Alexander Avenue. It's going to be a lot of fun. In addition to getting your kids signed up and ready for the school year ahead, we're going to have bounce houses, we're going to have food, we're going to have some other entertainment. So just a great time for the family. And if you can't make it there, you don't need to worry. All next week at each of our elementary campuses, we'll be holding on-site pre-kindergarten registration as well to kick off the process. If you need more details on eligibility for free pre-kindergarten in Waco ISD or anything else about these events, you can find it on our website at wacoisd.org/pre-K. So there's a lot that's happening, but those are just a couple of the things that we're really excited about here in the next few days.
Thank you, Mr. DeBeer. Any announcements from the dais? Then 7:31, hearing no objection, we'll stand adjourned.